Hey guys, how's it going? Part 2 to the video series. So we're going to start by removing this guy real fast. Grab your hands right here and just start prying back.
He didn't say what we're doing.
I'm saying what we're doing. We're getting in it. Alright, so what we're doing is we're mounting up my spare tire, light, and all other stuff. I'm keeping those in there for now. We'll mess with it when we go back in. Oh, that broke. That's beautiful. Well, that's probably like 10 bucks. Anyways, whatever. So we're going to disconnect these two harnesses right here. These two, they're getting disconnected. So push bolt. And red tab up. Maybe not. Maybe it's already up. No, it's not already up. Red tab up. Push pull. All right, now we're going to pull this through the other side, and then we're going to take off our spare tire bracket. And we're on a time crunch, so we're using impact to take stuff off. So we're going to take this off. Cameraman, you want to put that down so we can support this, because there's a metal bracket on this guy now. So once we have that off and away from the body, we can pull this grommet through. It's gonna be real tight, and we can pull our wires through. Okay, so once that's done, we can go and put that to the side. I'm not sure what you saw there, and now I'm gonna clean that back up. So, squirt, 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 squirtle. All right, now we're gonna start taking apart our tire carriers so we can start salvaging all the wire out of here, and we're also gonna take this apart so we can take out the studs. Might need a mallet. Use a mallet. Someone help from the other side. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now that gives us our camera and other stuff. And let's take this Christmas tree out. All right, did a little bit of work off camera. This comes off. Jeep is stupid and put the push button on the back side. I managed to get it off without taking the third brake light out, but if you need to take third brake light out, it's the same size Torx bit, two of them right there. Brake light will come out, and then you can access that much easier. Okay, so now once that's put aside, also what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the camera mount from the studs here. I didn't have much force necessary. Cameraman Ryan did it like a boss, and you kind of just wiggle it out, and then your camera mount itself is free, and we can go ahead and I'm not going to tell you to disconnect that yet, because I think we're going to have to unscrew here with these little tiny Torx bits, and then we can take the entire camera assembly out, so we can get back to you with that. Alright guys, so I think this is a T8, and that's what these screws I think are. It's either a T7 or a T8. It's not a T10, so we have to remove these screws so we can get the camera out.
Fuck that T6.
Then we can remove the camera, depress this clip. There we go, different set of hands. Always works.
Every time.
All right, we gotta take the taillight out. Plastic screw, T40, let's go. You've seen us do this before, so you don't have to see the whole thing, so I don't care. All right, as you can see, more work off camera. The subwoofer and all that side trim is out. If you want to know how to do that, check out my video on the tailgate. No, not the tailgate. Check out my video on the trailer lights install and the wiring harness. That'll teach you how to do that. All right, so now we have to take this bit off. Phillips head screw. It's gonna be 4 screws, and this will come off, and this will give us better access to our wires. I blame my last. It was only 3 screws. Okay, with that removed, we can now attack this. I'm confident. All right, guys, so we're wiring up our rigid lights to the rear tail light as we're concurrently doing the license plate light and the third brake light to try and save time. I have no idea if this is gonna work. I might need to buy a new tail light after this, but we're sending it in the interest of time. So stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. So we're gonna heat shrink this up right now. The rest of the wiring of connecting wires is gonna be done off camera until it gets to the point of connecting specific wires to the taillight so you guys know where to wire things. All right, so we're cutting this blue and purple wire, and we're also gonna end up cutting this one, but that's for a different purpose. So let's do it. Okay.
So the blue one is going into...
All right, so we have 3 wires. Oh, fuck. We have 3 wires about to be going into this butt connector on this end. It is the purple, which is a ground from our tail light, and it's going to be the ground for our rigid lights and the ground for what's going to be our LED third brake light and turn signal light. What are you doing? Okay guys, so what's going on here is we're wiring up the radiance lights from rigid into the tail light so I can use them as reverse lights and park lights. I did a bad job at explaining this because we were in a little bit of a rush, so I'm going to voice over this while I can. I looked back and I can't find the exact wires I used, and that is for this reason. I tapped into the tail light wires from the tail light itself as opposed to tapping into the harness that goes to the main the main connector in the Jeep. I did that because I'd rather buy a new tail light than have to replace an entire wiring harness and rip it through the whole Jeep in case I screwed up. I didn't screw up, so that's luckily. What I did is I found a wiring diagram on the JL Wrangler forum. I will link it in the description so you guys can see it, and that depicts what wire does what on the Jeep and on the Jeep's end of the wiring harness. Now on the tail light, these wires are different colors, so to alleviate that, what I did is I matched up the connectors on the wiring harness, found out what wires I needed to cut and what wires did what, and then I tapped into those wires. It worked fantastically, so you can follow that the way I did it, and I will give you the wiring description or the wiring diagram with it, and that should help you guys out to achieve the same goal that I did. Okay, so Ryan's gonna hold the tail light and connect the tail light to the 7-pin whatever connector this is. I'm gonna test the Jeep, and this is the moment of truth. First light first, ready? Yep. Good. Mark lights. Good. Reds are done. Yep. Fuck yeah!
Hey guys, we did something right.
Okay, so now that we cleaned up this with some tape, all we're going to do is take the wires JCR provided us, and we're going to feed it up through here. There's a grommet up here. I already put a hole in it, so it should be an easy day for me. I'm going to put a zip tie through. If we have to tape, we have to tape. Not a big deal. We should be able to get that through, no problem. So I'm going to go on the inside, and Ryan is going to feed it in here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. I think you can because GoPro's dope like that, and we're going to film it. Okay, so we had to extend the wire the JCR gave us, but then we snaked the wire through the factory wire loom here for the tailgate. And we're gonna bring it across and up through that original grommet. So that's the current plan. We're gonna attack it. Okay, so I got this factory clip to work again. You guys can't see me. I got that to work again, and now we're zip tying these wires along this harness so we can then get it through the grommet over there. That's where we're at right now, and we're continuing. Now we have to feed the wires through this hole. And now we have to make a hole in this grommet. Actually, yeah. Just make a hole in the grommet with a screwdriver and then push those through.
So difficult.
That took 9 minutes. All right, now we're feeding through all these harnesses back.
When I let you go, ooh, I just pull you closer.
Okay, so I found out I have to cut this thing off. So it looks like I'm not selling this thing. So,
Yeah, that's safe. That's how that works. I don't know why you thought that was good.
that wasn't a terrible
That was
idea.
a horrible idea. What are you talking about? This is the worst idea. You need to support it by something.
My laptop charger. Yeah, there's metal in here.
Oh, it smells terrible.
It's magnesium, I'm pretty sure.
Now, you can safely use this as some kind of dildo.
I love wiring.
I don't.
Sent.
I just got out of work and he's making me do this.
So did I. I had 3 hours of sleep. But I went to the Bruins game yesterday.
Yeah, and they lost.
Fuck off. It was bullshit. I know you didn't see it anything, but it was bullshit. Alright guys, so now that we cut this and put our studs back on, we can reinstall our factory spare tire bracket, because in like 4 days my JCR one comes back from powder coat, and that's gonna be a surprise what color it is, and I need to be able to drive my Jeep,
Surprised it's neon green.
so I kind of have to do this. Whatever. Whatever.
Why are those through the hole?
Fine, Dad.
been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be find myself.
Okay, so JCR gives us this thing. It's gonna hold our camera, things and stuff. This sticker is upside down because this sticker looks upside down, but this is the top. So this screw hole goes to the bottom, and that's the bottom. And you put that in the hole like so. And then we're gonna take this back thing, and it's gonna sandwich that in together, like so. And then we're gonna take this piece and put that like that. So now we're gonna bolt all this stuff up with the hardware provided, and that's how it's gonna be.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself.
So now you have to put back on our spare tire, which I didn't want to do, but I don't have lug nuts that'll work to hold this on without it. Be careful not to crush your camera wire. This is the most delicate, actually, you know what?
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be
Alright guys, so now what we're gonna do is connect this plate with 2 bolts here and some flange nuts. And they're gonna go into this slotted piece right here. So after you put on your better tape, now we can tighten up these nuts and bolts. Bolts! Flange nuts. Alright guys, that is all for the last 2 days. I went to the Bruins game and got caught up, and we couldn't finish in one day, so Ryan came after work, and it's like almost midnight. It's been a long day. I got like 3 hours of sleep. Ryan probably got like 6. So we're both not at our best right now. For some reason the license plate light doesn't work. We have to figure that out when we put the tailgate on this week before Deep Invasion. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, please and thank you. I really don't have anything else, and I'm exhausted, so I'll catch you guys next time.